afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Plymouth Regional High School as we get set for this NHIAA Division III girls lacrosse matchup featuring the Bobcats of Plymouth Regional High School as they take on the Red Raiders of Belmont High School. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Salzer, Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV, bringing you complete coverage of this one. Belmont comes in 0-4, looking for their first win of the season, looking for a big win over the Bobcats, who are 4-4 after their win yesterday on the road, and already have matched their wins total compared to last year, so off to a hot start, looking to return to the playoffs for the first time in a few seasons, and it's looking well for that to happen. Again, waiting for a little technical difficulties right now with the scoreboard, so it looks like I'm going to go with a manual scoreboard at the scoring table across the way. So we look at things as Violet Manson, the sophomore, will get the start between the pipes for the Bobcats here today. And a little bit of a change. So we look at Holly Mason has done well on draws here this season, sitting at 48 here in 2019. Should hit 50 here this afternoon, and with what she's been able to do on the draws, it's really set up the Bobcat offense here this season. Nina Morel and Anna Apriano have done well in the midfield and contributed hugely in setting up the attacks, and have really done well with their stick skills this season. And they are deemed the workhorses of this Bobcat team here in 2019, thanks to the coaching staff. Again, this Bobcat side, 14 seniors here this season. Veteran group looking to make a deep run of the playoffs as we hit the midpoint of the season. Bobcats in their home white uniforms going right to left across your screen. Belmont, the Red Raiders, in their road red uniforms going left to right here. And we're underway in this matchup. Still no control. Finally picked up by the Bobcats. And it's Morel once again, but this pass lands out of play on the far side. Breezy conditions, beautiful sunshine, mid-50s here in Plymouth, New Hampshire. Breeze going left to right across your screen. Cat A with possession. Again, we have first names for the Red Raiders here from the roster we were given, so we will do the best we can for you here this afternoon. Raiders on the attack. Haley T had possession, loses a handle on it, bobbled around, and a cover up here against the Bobcats, so the Raiders will have a start here on the right-hand side. If I am in your way, please let me know. Pass in front, misses its intended target, loose ball on the ground, and a ground ball pickup there for Cat D. And Red Raiders looking for their first win of 2019 and have started well here with possession. Raiders taking their time, attack on the left. Katie G loses a handle on it, able to recover, work back out top with Kat D, and she will slow things back down and wait for the one-on-one matchup on the right-hand side. Good defense coming from the Bobcats. Attack coming in from Katie G. She'll try to cycle behind the cage. Pass intended into the middle for Deanna B. Loose ball. Bobcats looking for possession, and here they go in the attack. A good attack put on by the Red Raiders, but nothing on goal. Bobcats looking for their first shot attempt. They won the opening draw, but the pass went out of play on that far side a minute ago. Tripped up along goal line extended. We will have a foul call. Apologize for the wind noise in the microphone. Easy for me to say here. Dewey Stark looking for help. Dished back off to her. Has it on the left. One to beat. Good defense by the Red Raiders. Loose ball inside the 8-meter arch. And picked up by the Bobcats. Nina Morel with another ground ball. Has an attack here on the right. Has advantage. A whistle. And they're not going to grant her the follow-through, but we will get our first free position of the game, and it's going to go to Plymouth. Nina Morel on the right-hand side, just off center. Chance here for the Bobcats to go up 1-0. Whistle, blow, stepped in. Good defense, upstairs, shot, score. Nina Morel, the freshman, makes it 1-0. Plymouth Regional here at home. A good start there for the Bobcats. It was a good attack put on by the Red Raiders, but possession inside. Good setup by the Bobcat offense and a free position goal. Sets Plymouth Regional up by 1.
That's not with men. It's running, except for on goals and free position. Free positions, and just like it is for women for college. Free positions and goals stops it. Everything else runs it.
Back underway, looking for draw control. Nice pick up by the Bobcats once again. It's Holly Mason. She'll work behind the cage, look to set up the offense. Still looking for attack up front, goal line extended near side. Dished off by Stark behind the cage, wraparound coming. Good defense by the Red Raiders, but a shot and a score! 2-0 Plymouth Regional here in the early going of the first half. Elsa Laureate, one of the 14 seniors. It's her first goal of the game and a 2-0 lead for the Bobcats. Laureate's first goal of the season as well. Set on the draw, and perfect so far are the Bobcats on draw controls here in this one. Holly Mason finds help in the middle. Morel was looking for a cut. Right side was Stark, looking for a pass. Finds help up top with Laurel Mason. Morel, nice feed with Mason. Mason on the attempt, shot, score! Holly Mason, the senior, gets her 21st goal of the season. And a 3-0 lead now for the Bobcats. Back underway. 3-0 lead for the Bobcats. Another attack on the left-hand side. Here comes Stark. Cuts back to her right. Has a shot attempt. Shot, score. Dewey Stark, the senior, makes it 4-0 Plymouth Regional. The Bobcats opening up a lead here early on in the first. Was a nice cut, an attack on the left-hand side. Drew the Red Raiders defense over, a cut back towards the middle onto the right side, and a good release downstairs and a tough stop for the Red Raiders. It's been sent forward, and yeah, a quick whistle there. We'll have a redraw. Easy call for the official. Good sunshine here in Plymouth, New Hampshire for this one. A little chilly, but field conditions finally looking great. Hit the midpoint of the season. Talking with associate head coach and Kristen Tracy before the game for the Bobcats, and saying that her side weren't able to get on the field until earlier this week, and last week only a couple of practices here on their game field before this matchup. So to be 4-4 at this point of the season with limited outdoor practice is a statement to the quality of this team, especially the leadership of the senior class. Laureate working below the cage, pass back out top. Don't have an accurate clock for you as the scoreboard is not working here at the field today, so we're going manually as the best we can. Tack coming in the middle. Stone turns to her left, tries to make the cut towards the cage, and defended nicely by Belmont. Good work by Kat D, number 4, to get the stick in the way. She'll draw the foul, and we'll have possession. So Belmont had an attack off of a turnover to start the game, but failed to get a shot on goal. Foul coming here against the Bobcats. Kat D working towards the middle, finds help with Katie G. Here comes Haley T looking for some help. Looking for more off-the-ball movement from the Raiders, trying to open up some passing lanes, maybe even an outside shooting lane here. Katie G taking her time here on the edge of the arch. Everyone's stacking up on the far side for Belmont. See off the left side of your screen there. Looking for a cut. Nice moves inside. No one available. Waiting for the delay. A good feed into the middle coming from Katie, but can't find her intended target. And a good stop by Belmont. Here come the Bobcats now. Mason looking for a feed in the middle. Finds the intended target. Dodged around. Shot save. Stark had the attack there for the Bobcats and was robbed point blank. Still has it, trips out the top of the cage. Loose ball and picked up by Belmont. Knocked free though. Laureate can't get a clean shot off on the left post. Bobcats with possession down low. Here comes a wraparound. Laureate shot. That one's knocked down at the top of the crease. Loose ball waiting for a pickup. Bodies come together out in front of the cage. And that's snagged away by Belmont. Pass to the middle, nearly stolen by the Bobcats. This one lifted forward, high pass. Intended for Haley T, number 15. And a whistle here, and it's against Belmont. So possession back to Plymouth. 4-0 lead thanks to 4 different goal scorers for Plymouth here in the first. KDG in the middle. Finds the double team. Loses a handle on it. Good defense coming from Littlefield, and Littlefield will commit the foul. Haley T. Nice cut inside, shot, and a save. Good work there by Manson. First test against Manson today. She was able to grab it just under the crossbar. Ground ball situation on the near side. And Shadow starting to creep across the field here in the first half. Littlefield try to wrap behind the cage and reset with her defense. Nice job by the attackers and midfielders of Belmont. Keep Bobcats pinched in their own end. This is an outlet through the middle. Trying to find Mason. She'll pick it up on a hop. Laurel Mason will reset back up top here to Holly Mason. Subs coming in for the Bobcats now. Tack up top, bobbled around. And this one gathered up by the Red Raiders. But we have a whistle called here. Outlet intended for the midfield, trying to see the number of it. It was for Sierra B, gathered up by the Bobcats. Here comes Dunstan. Out to Stone. Miscommunication with Mason, but she's able to gather it up uncontested. About 14 minutes to go here in the first half. That one gets away from Mason under pressure. Sierra B with some good defense here for the Red Raiders, but it's gathered up by the Bobcats on the far side of the field. Morrow leaves it off for Mason. Or Morrow keeps it. Slips, though, on the soft turf. Able to keep possession, though. Good rotations by the Bobcats. Defense holding for the Red Raiders. Nice spin move into the middle. Here comes an attempt. Low angle shot. Misses on the near post. And will just stay in, but thrown out. A turnover here on the Bobcats. So possession will now stay with Plymouth. Pass low, high, shot, score! Epriliano, the freshman, makes it 5-0. Anna Epriliano, the freshman, gets her 10th of the season for Plymouth. And a 5-0 lead now for the Bobcats here in the first half. Littlefield will be subbed out here on the defensive side of things. Sierra B against Mason here on the draw. Mason picks it up out of the sky, using the height advantage on the draw. Bobcats working high, taking their time on the attack, trying to set up the offense. Mason waiting for some subs to come in now. Emma Triner finds Mason. Sets a little bit of a screen. Mason trying to make a cut. Will work down behind the cage. Wraparound attempt. Laureate double teamed and a foul committed here. So it will be a free position on the right-hand side here for the Bobcats. It's Aubrey King. King shot just misses the top corner here on the left-hand side and will roll out of play and stay with Plymouth. Patriots finds Trider. Trider getting the one-on-one matchup here with Serenity. Stark cuts back to her left, takes a couple of shots. Surprised there's no foul call. Play continues. Mason trying to turn the corner again. It's done well on that right-hand side here in the first half. Mason on the left side, shot, score. Holly Mason, the senior, gets her second of the game and a 6-0 lead. Bobcats just taking their time, trying to find the lanes. It's been great defense by the Red Raiders, working through the arch, but just too much speed there on an open lane right in front of the cage. And on the skip shot there, Holly Mason gets her second. Timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. Here in the first half, it's Plymouth Regional 6, Belmont nothing here on the Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV. Back here into the timeout taken by Belmont. Trying to slow the bleeding here. 6-0 lead for the Bobcats here in the first half with just over 10 minutes to go. Again, our time is unofficial with the scoreboard not working here at the field here today, so that's kept with the officials in the score table on the far side of the field. So we'll give you our best estimate here this afternoon. Mason already with over 50 draw controls on the season. She's been perfect here today so far, and that one's going to be called back. Rightfully so. So we'll redraw here. Thank you all for joining us live here on Granite State Sports Network. Here through the NFHS network and with Pemmy Baker TV, channel 1302 in the Plymouth area. Raiders on the attack. Shot attempt. It looked like it rolled out of the stick there of Haley T, but a good attack here off the draw. We'll see what the Raiders can do. Pass overthrown from Madeline J. Helped out the rest of the midfielders. Haley T with it up top. Looking for a cut. Has a running room and decides to wait. Red Raiders doing well moving off the ball. Trying to open up some lanes, but some high defense from the Bobcats negates any pass attempts through. Love seeing the sticks up by Plymouth. Sarah B finds help in the middle there with KDG, and this one will be passed down and out of play. Possession goes to Plymouth. Bobcats will work it on the far side of the field. Try to find some running room. Bopped around there is King near midfield. Charging down the far sideline. Up top feed Stone. Will cycle behind the cage and find help with Stark. Good pressure defensively for Belmont. Stone fed up top here for Mason. Stone was stopped there by Haley T, number 15 for Belmont. Matching up well here defensively up top. Mason down low. Finds Stark. Looking for a wraparound, taking her time though. A goal line extended on the near side. Nice dish off for Morel. Cuts to the front. Low angle shot. Score. Nina Morel, the freshman, gets her second of the day. And it is 7-0 Plymouth. Good cut there. Good cycle. Able to turn the corner on the defender. And have a nice opportunity at the top of the crease and just stays in the low angle shot and finds the back of the cage. Another draw control for Mason on the attack. Going to take it right away. Shot save. Good work by Belmont defensively. No, seriously, call me out. Mason taking her time. Finds help down low. Screen play, good defense coming, shot, score nonetheless. Bobcats with an 8-0 lead, a beautiful play. A tough one for KDG defensively, using her side. Had sticks all over, but a big goal there for Plymouth Regional, leading 8-0. Dewey Stark will get her second of the game as well. More subs coming for Plymouth. About 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. On the draw, loose ball. Stick knocked out of the hands there of Mason. No whistle. Still 3-on-3 inside the circle. Mason able to recover the stick and still, almost had the ground ball. This draw control will go to the Red Raiders. Foul called here on Mason against KDG. Working into the middle. Haley T was looking for a passing lane from down low. She'll cycle out. Raiders have done well as of late moving off the ball, trying to set up some offense. Only one shot on goal officially. Madison S on the cycle. Up top with Sierra B. Back down to Madison S. Trying to find a feed inside to KDG. Made the nice run. Just waiting for that pass, though, as the wind shifted across the field into the face of the camera. Seen this from Belmont a few times here today. Good possession. Just can't get anything in towards the crease, though. Your side feed for Deanna B. We'll leave it off with a teammate. Cut inside, attempt, shot, score. Madeline J gets Belmont on the board, and an 8-1 lead now. Good work for Madeline J. Nice cut inside. Able to shield nicely on the stick check attempts by the defense of the Bobcats. And now the Red Raiders are on the board here towards the end of the first half. We'll see what kind of run they can go on. Sent forward, legal draw here. Knocked around and late call there. A little slash in on the hands. And possession will go to Belmont. So momentum in favor of Belmont. Haley T using her wheels. Gets swarmed up though inside. The Archon will cycle behind the cage. Haley T getting that one-on-one matchup. Sierra B. Taking her time. Waiting for a cut here. Late one coming. Dances around a defender. Shot and a save. It was at the crossbar, if not going high. But good work by Manson between the pipes. Keeping it a 7-goal game. Contact. Collision on the far side and a whistle here. So maybe no foul call is what we heard. Clock will stop. We're going to have a sub here for Belmont. Looked like players been injured on the far side on that collision. And it's Madeline J who had the goal a moment ago for Belmont, who will be subbed out. Restart here. Again, no foul. Just the officials are checking on the players, make sure they're okay. Quick attack here. Laureate splits two defenders, has it on the left. Doesn't pull the trigger, though. Looking for the wraparound. Stark, turnaround, shot, score. There's the hat trick here in the first half. And the Bobcats back up by 8, 9-1. It's a good cut down low, quick feed. Again, that low high and the wraparound. And Stark has done well, lefty here today. She will have her 3rd goal of the game. Sent up, another draw control coming from Mason. She's been nearly perfect today. She's given up only 2. Stone on the attack, trying to cut to her right. It's defended well by the Red Raiders. Mason showing off the skills, spinning and dishing it off down low to Stark again. Aggression, that's Laureate. Good crowd hanging out in the sunshine off to our left here today, trying to stay warm in the breeze. Cycled up top with Stone. And a push off here with the stick. Thanks to Haley T. Will draw the foul against Belmont. Stone has some nice running room here on the restart. L'Oreal looking for a cutback. Stick checked, but a foul committed. Cat D with some great defense, though, but commits the foul. Dished off in the front. Another attack on, contact up high. Will this be a free position? It will be. They are going to clear the arch here. Third free position of the game for Plymouth. They're 1 for 2 so far here in the first half. Stark, shot! Stark, goal, their fourth. It's a free position goal. Able to sneak it in on the near post. Couple of steps in, did not wait for the defense to come up the line and gets the quick shot off. And now a 10-1 lead for Plymouth Regional. So about 2 minutes to go from what we have up here in the box. Another draw control for the Bobcats and Mason. Left off near side. Ogden just into the game, dishes it off inside, finds some help. Shot and a save there by Belmont. 10-1. Plymouth out ahead here in the first half. Stone, nice cut past the defender. Gets the one-on-one matchup here with Haley T. And leaves it off behind the cage. Stone trying to step inside, waits for the pick play and misses there. Stone still spins off a defender, shakes her free. Back up to Webster. Webster trying to turn on Cat D, looking for a feed down to Stone, and will roll it out of play over the end line. So foul committed here by Plymouth. Belmont trying to play this one back towards their cage, and it's sitting inside the crease, so the Bobcats, lucky break for the Red Raiders, can't get it without a crease violation. Sent forward, big collision in the middle with Sierra B. Misplayed and picked up by the Bobcats on the attack again. Stutter step on the right-hand side. Olmstead still with possession. Nice spin move by Olmstead. Timeout called on the field, taken by Plymouth Regional. We'll take a timeout as well here late in the first half. It's Plymouth Regional High School 10, Belmont Red Raiders 1 here on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV. So correction, not a timeout taken on the attack by Plymouth. Again, that will be halftime, the unofficial word called from the table. So halftime score, the Bobcats lead the Red Raiders 10-1 here on the Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV. Welcome back to Plymouth as we get set for second half action between the Red Raiders and the Bobcats. Again, still waiting for the scoreboard to be fixed here. So we're going manually, trying to deal with time across the way. But we're set to go. Bobcats leading 10-1 here as we start the second half. Tossed up and still no draw control yet. KDG can't find a handle on it. It's picked up by Plymouth. Still loose ball, knocked away, and Haley T for the Red Raiders trying to find the ground ball. Sent far side, still no control, and it will roll out of play just after the bench of Belmont. Officials are trying to deem who was the last one to deal with it, and they are going to give it to Plymouth. Again, Plymouth in their home whites going left to right here in the second half. Belmont in their road reds going right to left. Mason on the attack. Mason scores! Holly Mason gets her third of the afternoon. And Belmont has struggled defensively here against the Bobcats, especially with that speed coming through the middle. Missed the slide job. And Holly Mason, who's done extremely well on draw controls here today, gets her hat trick goal, as it looks like the scoreboard just won't be able to be fixed here this afternoon. So we'll do what we can manually for you with the clock. Sent forward, an illegal draw here. And we'll redo it once again. Nice clean draw this time. Mason double teamed. Collision at the edge of the circle, and a whistle will blow and will be against Plymouth. Possession will go to the Red Raiders. Here comes Belmont on the attack. Cutting inside is Haley T. Splits the defenders and a shot, and that hit a body in front. Never made it in on net. Again, that swarming defense of Plymouth here has done well in this matchup. Foul committed, though, by Dunstan. Near side. Delana B passing down low. It's out of the reach of her intended target in court B. Courtney B has done well working off the ball for Belmont here today, but that one just out of her reach. And a turnover down low and a quick outlet looking for Plymouth. Serenity picks up that loose ball. Laureate couldn't handle that pass. This one's stolen away by Littlefield. Back and forth, the teams go in the midfield. And shadows creeping across the field here. Sent into the middle. Morrow. Pump fakes, but can't pull the trigger. Good first and second slide coming in by Belmont. Wraparound attempt and a shot just misses. Dewey Stark having herself an afternoon, just missing her fifth goal of the game. Morrill cuts to her left, now back to her right. Stick checked, and a foul will be called here. And they're going to move it outside. So back underway after the foul. Mason will just leave it off behind the cage. Laureate couldn't control that pass. Given back to a teammate. Come on, shot, and a save there. Laurel Mason had the opportunity on that rotation on the left-hand side, but a nice shot and a save by Belmont. KDG in the middle, senses the double team, tries to split away from that. Has a little bit of a room on the right side, working against Stone. Bobbled around out top. Ground ball situation, and a whistle on the cover up here. Five minutes into the second half. One goal so far here in the second by the Bobcats. Now leading by 10. And again, great defense by Plymouth. And a foot race back out the other way. Mason with some room to work. Will cut to her left. That one's knocked away nicely by Kat D. And Mason still defended hard here against Kat D, but she'll pick up the ground ball. Oriette on the right. Cuts back to her left, and a whistle here on the push. Oriette has one here today. She'll low angle attempt and a shot save. Good work by Belmont. So 2 for 4 are the Bobcats on those free positions, as this one's out of the reach of Delaney B, able to pick up that loose ball and has her pocket picked there by the Bobcats. Morrill taking it in, shot, score, top left corner. Nina Morrill, the freshman, gets her hat-trick goal here and a 12-1 lead for Plymouth. So again, Belmont has done well. They're marking up beautifully, but it's just too much of the speed there by Plymouth, too much off the ball movement. But a nice cut inside here by KDG. Kat D on the right-hand side. Will work below goal line extended now with her teammates. Sent to Madison S. Trying to find a feed down low for Kat A. And a turnover picked up by the Bobcats. This one knocked around on the far side, stolen back by the Red Raiders. Madison S. over to Sierra B. Playing pass. Here come the Red Raiders on the attack. Nice cut move outside. Kat D. And a stop in. Looks like we're going to have a card here. We're going to have a yellow card issued to the Bobcats. And it's going to be Emma Trider, the senior, picking up the first yellow card of the game. So an attack for the Red Raiders. Dished off and a shot and a save. Manson gets her third save of the game. Quick outlet and an attack here. Short-handed by the Bobcats. Stark finds help on the left. Down low into Stark, all alone, shot, scores, shorthanded. The Bobcats with a 13-1 lead. It was a good transition here on the stop by Manson in the cage. Quick outlet, took 3 passes to get up into the arch, and all alone was Stark sitting down low in front of the crease, and a pump fake move, and she finds the back of the cage. Stark with her 5th goal of the game. Draw sent forward. Patrons will pick up the loose ball. Finds help down low. Contact at the edge of the 12-meter arch and a foul from behind. Clock will stop here with approximately 17 minutes to go. Looks like the legs just came together. So the officials will get the players set here for the restart. Dish inside. Patrick, she's a triple team, and she's fouled. And she will get a free position shot here. 5th one of the afternoon, unofficially for Plymouth. Patrick with a shot and a score just under the crossbar in the top left corner. And another senior finds the back of the net, her 1st of the afternoon. It's her 1st goal of the season. So back to even strength after the yellow card to Emma Trotter. But a free position goal there for the Bobcats. And they are 3 for 6 today. Tack on once again by Katie G. Quickly draws the double team, dished off to Delaney B. And she will pick up the loose ball. Looking for a feed inside. Manson doing well to protect the low-high pass and snags that one in the crease and starts the outlet here. Here's King. She's stick checked there by Kat D. Loose ball, batted around. Still no control yet, and a whistle here on a push against the Bobcats. Serenity working to the near sideline just in front of us here in the press box. Knocked around. Addison S. looking for help and finds it there with Haley T. And we apologize for the wind noise in the microphone here as it's blowing right in our faces across the field at the moment. Loose ball knocked around. Haley Patridge with a nice pickup. Set near side. Olmstead will dish it off into the middle. Near side feed. Good stick work by Belmont. Collision on the pick play. No foul call. Play will continue. It was Caitlin D for the Red Raiders, getting the stick in the way initially and knocking it free, as this one will be turned over as it's sent out of play over the end line. So good defense by Belmont. So Belmont's going to work out of their own crease here. Here's side feed, finding Kat D. She's got some room to work in the midfield on the near side. Cuts back into traffic, though. Kat D trying to go coast to coast and puts the brakes on instead. It's under 14 minutes to go here in the second half. A 14-1 lead for Plymouth here at home, trying to get above 500 here this season. Sitting at 4-4. Belmont looking for a big comeback and find their first win of 2019. Sent straight up in the air on the loose ball. Gathered up by Plymouth. Turned away by Johnson. Nice work by Plymouth to cycle through the defensive side and work out the far wing. Pass up the attack is intercepted by the Red Raiders. Caitlin D, number 3 there for Belmont with possession, works into the middle. Delaney B can't find it cleanly, now has possession. And just sprints past 4 midfielders on the Bobcats. Belmont working below goal line extended. Sent to the near side with Madison S. Again, we haven't seen Madeline J, number 16, who was injured on a collision in the first half. She's the lone goal scorer for Belmont. A turnover here. Again, some great defense by Plymouth, and here they are in the attack on the right-hand side. Ogden is fouled. Ogden will cycle behind the cage, looking for help in front of the net. Dished off far side. An easy pickup, though, on the loose ball by Plymouth. Olmstead straight away. Has some running room if she wants to take the corner. Nearly checked up by the face mask. Dished off, though, for King, trying to spin into the middle. Finds Olmstead. She'll pick it up after a bobble. One-on-one matchup for Olmstead. Doesn't run in through the middle. Daughtry will play pass out top. Pitcher's looking for an intended target there, and Daughtry in the give and go. Turned over. Here come the Red Raiders on the far side of the field. Katie G bounces off of some pressure. Waits for some help to charge forward. Belmont behind the net. Near side for Madison S. Picks it up on a bobble. Again, we've seen a lot of pressure here away from the cage by Plymouth, not allowing Belmont to set up offensively down low, and a turnover here as it rolls out of play. And another great defensive stop by Plymouth. So here come the Bobcats on the far side. Good defense coming from Sierra B, number 7. Trying to get the turnover, knocks it loose. Still knocked around in the middle of the field. And finally picked up by Plymouth. Couple of shoves there by Kat D, number 4 defensively for Belmont. But the Bobcats keep possession. High pass near side. Finds Ogden. number 12 in the middle. About 9 minutes to go here in regulation. Bobcats leading 14-1. Turning the corner. Good cut in the middle, and cutting away is Plymouth. Again, good slide coming from Belmont to pinch off that attack. Mason lobbed in there, and that one will be stopped near the post. Belmont's defense stepped up here in the second half. Littlefield with some contact and cover-up called on Plymouth, so possession to Belmont. Quick restart here for Madison S., number 17. Being ridden by a defender. Lobs it into the middle for KDG, number 18. She's got some wheels, loses a handle on it though, defended from behind. Can you just see how much the slide works here for the Bobcats? Raiders have a moment. And the wings will come in defensively. KDG behind the cage, looking for a pass out in front, has some options, lobs it into the middle, a shot and a save by Manson. Point blank range at the top of the crease. Manson's going to come out and try to play this one. Belmont still with possession. Manson with 4 big saves for the Bobcats here this afternoon. And again, she's only a sophomore. It's been the hot netminder as of late for Plymouth, getting the start here today. Red Raiders still with possession, a lob pass over to Deanna B, and that one just overhead, but able to recover on the far side of the field. And a whistle here on the foul. Pass lob down low. Madison S. trying to direct traffic in the corner. Takes a couple of shots from Littlefield. Near side pass for Kaylee, and that's out of her reach, but helped out nicely is Deanna B. Cut inside there from Sierra B. No angle for her. Lob down low, cutting to the front. Knocking it free from Madison S. of the Bobcats. She couldn't pull the trigger. It was good angle at the top of the crease, but again, the defense has been swarming here for Plymouth. And an offensive foul here on Belmont. Tack on for Plymouth Regional. Ogden on the right-hand side. And matched up with Court B. Courtney's going to commit the foul. Ogden sees the double team, will leave it off down low. Knocked away on the pass, right back to her though. Ogden to the middle. And it looks like they're going to call shooting spill on. They're going to call it up near the head there on the foul. Up towards the sphere. So there goes Kate Ogden, the senior, with a free position chance. Plymouth 3 for 6 here today. Open opportunity, not a lot of pressure on the right-hand side. Locked in with a low angle shot towards the goal line and a save. Nice job there by Belmont. Trying to go for the skip shot in at the feet. But she'll be stopped. Intercepted though. Laurel Mason can't find the angle. Contact on the push. It'll stay with Plymouth. Under 4 minutes to go. Low high and another whistle here. We're going to get another free position on the slash on the arm. Correction is going to move it out. So no free position, dished off by Plymouth up top. Working goal line extended on the near side, trying to find King. She'll tumble to the turf, and a whistle will blow, a foul on Belmont, and tough one there. Michaela J, number 1 for Belmont, throwing the arms up, thinking it was a soft foul call, but call nonetheless. Quick restart by the Bobcats, working behind the cage. Loose ball along the end line. King able to gather up that pass, trying to cycle around. She's pinched off, a goal line extended, and will roll behind the cage. Dished off into the middle, loose ball, knocked around. Olmsted, number 14, couldn't gather it up, and another whistle inside the arch. And that's going to do it. Time will expire. Again, running time in the second half with the score. So the whistle will blow, and Plymouth Regional will pick up the win. They move over 500 to 5-4 on the season with a final score of 14-1 over Belmont High School, who will drop to 0-5 here in 2019. It's been a good one. We saw a lot of different goal scorers. We saw 6 different goal scorers for Plymouth Regional. And Dewey Stark, the senior, led the way with 5 goals. Holly Mason had 3. She was outstanding inside the circle on the draw controls here this afternoon, nearing 60 on the season, if not over 60 now. Nina Morel, the freshman, had 3. So it's been a good day overall for Plymouth. We will get the handshake line for you and look at the road ahead for both schools moving into the second half of the season. Plymouth will take on Hopkinton here at home on the 13th before traveling to Bow on May 15th. And then back-to-back home games against Kearsarge and Lebanon on the 17th and 20th before wrapping up their regular season on May 22nd at Milford. All of those games scheduled for 4 o'clock p.m. And over to Belmont. They still search for their first win of this season. They'll play in a couple of days' time at Milford before returning home in Belmont against Laconia on the 13th, and then Interlakes Moultonborough on the 15th. Couple of away games for Campbell and Derry on the 17th and 20th. And then we'll have Senior Day for the Red Raiders on May 22nd before wrapping up their regular season on the 24th at Lebanon at 4 o'clock. So that's a look ahead for both teams. But the Bobcats take a big victory here as they will celebrate as a team across the field in the cool down. A big win for the Bobcats. They improve to 5-4 here in 2019. Final score for the final time. It's Plymouth Regional. Belmont Red Raiders 1. Thank you for joining us. This has been a production of Pemmy Baker TV and the Granite State Sports Network. For our entire staff, Dan Salzer, we will see you next time here on GSSN and Pemmy Baker TV.